Hello everyone, welcome to the first day of the #1 Divine Intervention virtual event. I'm so excited that you are here with us in the world's first ever social summit, where 49 guest non-guru status experts will be from all over the world will be sharing their strategies for you to monetize your calling. We are on day 1 of 49, and throughout the 49 days of the Social Summit, our guests will be helping you to expand your lifestyle, spiritual business, and the planet with your soul purpose. With just one strategy per day that you can take away and start to monetize your calling in a much bigger way. So do take notes. So hopefully you'll hear and you'll see the value of this. And we've gone full out. We really have to add so much value to you so far in your journey, and we will keep adding value to your journey. I can promise you that, especially in the value of the connections that you'll be able to make in our D.I.V.E Live online community using our hashtag. So I hope that you'll take at least one strategy that's being shared with you throughout the Social Summit, or you'll at least see one common thread throughout all of the strategies that my guests are sharing with you. So who knows where it will go. But when you do have your divine intervention, I invite you to run with it, really run with it. You know, take all of the inspired actions and do everything to make this year the best year for you. So that's all it takes, one idea, one strategy that can make all the difference and put all those missing pieces into place for you. So just in case you don't know me, most of you will know that I'm your host, but we always want to be getting new people into the Social Summit as the days go on. So I'll briefly introduce myself, excuse me, and then I'll introduce you to Kate Cobb, our first guest. So my name is Iona Mead. I am a vision and life purpose business coach based here in the UK. I help helping and healing professionals, service-based and spiritual business owners to achieve and maintain greater financial freedom and have peace of mind. Now, I felt guided to create the Divine Intervention virtual event, which is D.I.V.E for short, because that's a mouthful, right? Because it wasn't until I went within and I got still and I stopped listening to what the gurus out there were telling me to focus on list building. It wasn't until I started on focusing on a tribe building business model and being in service to my divine tribe that I was able to become unstuck and come out from behind closed doors. And that's how we're here together today. So, you know, I'm able to do that in divine timing, divine energy, and in divine flow. So it really does make a difference. I listen to my divine guidance GPS, and that's what helps me to do what I feel called to do and reach you and speak to you and bring to you all of my 49 guests that we've attracted to the Social Summit. And I'm planning to do this for 3 times over the next 12 months, so you can imagine the energy that takes, and I just feel really fired up and honored that I feel called to bring this to you. So I created the world's first Social Summit model. If this is something that you've been struggling with on your own, you are in the right place to finally figure this out, you know, monetizing your calling. And I want you to leave the Social Summit with knowing what is a good fit strategy for you to implement. That's going to give you momentum that you want to see in your spiritual business. We do have some amazing guests. We have 49 altogether, and they are sharing their strategies. They're coming in and they're bringing their experience and their knowledge and their skills and expertise that they've accumulated over years and years. You can imagine the power behind that. And we're inviting you to keep coming back into our community that we've created on the social media platforms. Come and join us in these hangouts. And so the bonus is that you can start to travel this road and it can sometimes feel lonely and very frustrating, and you can do that with more like-minded people surrounding you in our community. And I have a very special guest today for this 20-minute Google Hangout, and we want to be respecting your time. And I know that this introduction has been a little bit longer for you today, but I just wanted to take that time just to put this event into context for you. And I know that you've taken time out of your day, but I believe it really will be worth it. I'm really, really excited. Before I go ahead and introduce my guest, I want to so you can take a moment to see if you are already in our community in the D.I.V.E Tenacity Tribe. So please leave your comments and feedback below this Hangout and share this virtual event. And can you let me know, actually, if you are in the D.I.V.E Tenacity Tribe? Let me know if we are currently on Facebook and Google+, and we will be expanding. So if you're in the Facebook group, click please just type in Facebook below, and if you're in Google+, then type Google+ or both. And if you want to invite your friends, there's a link also for you to do that, so they can get in and take advantage of this strategy and all of the strategies being shared throughout the Social Summit. Okay, and you can grab all of our freebies, because that's where the magic happens in our D.I.V.E Tenacity Tribe. All of our freebies are hosted in the Events tab, and all of our strategies will be content throughout the community. So we've made it super easy for you to access these Hangouts, okay, within our community. And you know, I'd love to know who you are and where you are from and what you feel called to do. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you're not in our community, you'll see in my lower third, go to www.D.I.V.E Live online, and you can find out how to join us in our community. We are on Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, Twitter. If you use our hashtag D.I.V.E Live Online, you can contact us throughout all of the social media platforms, not just Twitter, and you can even Google it to find out the latest happenings for the world's first ever social summit. So without further ado, I'm going to be introducing you to my guest. I'm actually going to put Kate on screen in just a moment and introduce you. So welcome, Kate. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Iona.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
Great privilege to be number 1 of 49.
I know, it's amazing. Thank you for being here. So Kate Cobb is Kate's a mentor and a coach who helps women entrepreneurs find ways to build their business by increasing their credibility and raising their expert status. She focuses on how they can enhance their online presence, writing articles and blogs, and developing books and products in their book writing. And she's the director of the Book Writers Academy, which is dedicated to getting more women entrepreneurs into print and helping them leverage their bestseller success for the good of their business. So welcome, Kate. I hear you on that.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So if you want to ask, let me just switch that over. If you want to ask Kate any questions below, then you can do that. And we will be announcing how you can get into the green room and ask Kate some questions live today on a featured day. So it's my pleasure that Kate's here. And before we dive into our strategy for monetizing your calling today, what I want to do is just to get you to know a little bit more about Kate, because I've introduced her, but I'd like her to introduce herself and just let us know, Kate, what your purpose is and how that's unfolded for you and how you're sharing your gifts in the world. That'd be great.
Okay, thanks, Iona. I feel that overall my purpose is to empower others. And when I look back at several years now, obviously many years as an entrepreneur with my own business, I know that that's really everything I've done has fitted it under that heading. I started as a training consultant working on personal development, leadership management programs, and alongside that I love writing. I've found, I'm lucky because I find writing easy, and so I was writing alongside the training, writing training manuals and getting information out to help other people train. And then along came a time when I had to change career, so I focused on coaching. I won't go into that, it's quite a long story. In the longer interview I'll go into that, but I won't go into that now. But I decided that I wanted to focus on coaching, and as I was really more conscious of developing my own business, I learned an awful lot about developing, obviously, a business, the things we need to know today. I felt more and more that I wanted to share this with other women entrepreneurs who were perhaps several steps behind me, who were starting out, or even who'd been in business for some time and therefore needed some motivation, a bit of a push. So I work now as a coach and mentor with women entrepreneurs, as you say, focusing mainly on book writing now, but also developing online products and looking at other ways that they can monetize their work.
Okay, thank you, Kate. Thank you. That's really helpful for our audience just to see where you come from. And I know that your story now, I know that's the short version. It is a really great story that we do share in our full interview. Right now, Kate, I'd love for you to share, as I mentioned, that all of our guests, including you, have contributed a freebie gift just for our audience to launch the Social Summit and get a hold of your freebie gift. So I will put the link below just to make it easy for everybody to get that. And Kate has contributed a freebie. It's called 10 Quick Ways to Get Started Writing the Bestseller That Will Boost Your Business. I've read it, and it really, co-authoring in a #1 best-selling book, I do share Kate's thoughts on this. It's really interesting. Kate, could you just expand a little bit on your freebie just so everybody knows?
Yes, I'm delighted to. As you said earlier, my passion at the moment particularly is get more women entrepreneurs into print, because I think it's time we were more visible, that we get a chance to share what we feel and what we're passionate about with the world. And obviously having a book is a great way to do that. Having a book is also a great way to attract more clients into your business and boost your business generally, as well as raise your credibility. So I founded the Book Writers Academy to support women going through the writing process, because let's face it, it's hard to do that on your own when you've got 1,000,001 other things to juggle in life. And I've seen, there are quite a few book programs out there that say you can get your book written in 3 days. But I haven't seen very much that actually helps people to get started. So that's why I wrote this ebook specially for this group, because I think it's really important to get some quick tips so that you can get started quickly, easily. It's awful, the thought of being faced with that blank screen or that blank piece of paper. It is very daunting to most people. But this freebie, which has exercises in it, it has questions for you to think about, will present you with 10 ways. You don't have to do them all, but there'll hopefully be at least one in there that will help to kickstart your writing, and then you can get to bestseller status. I got to bestseller with one of my books, and I help other people to do that, so no reason why you can't do that yourself.
Okay, I was going to just jump in there, Kate. We have 10 ways, and they're amazing ways, and we won't reveal them all. We will put the link below, but I'd love for you to share 1 or 2 ways. I know which really jumped out for me, but just 1 or 2 ways, and then if we don't cover the way that jumped out for me, and then if we have time, we might jump into that. Is that okay?
Absolutely, yeah, sure. One of the really practical ways is to get used to writing regularly. Just to sit down and write a page a day. Some people have this as part of their spiritual practice anyway, so some of our community will be used to this, but if you don't, then just sit down. You can write about your business, you can write about your clients, you can write about anything. It's really just to get into the practice of actually putting pen to paper or fingers on the keyboard, so you get used to actually that writing process. I find with a lot of people that just cuts the big leap they have to make in confidence to actually start writing. So that's one of them. Anything you'd like to bring out?
Oh, thank you, Kate. Yeah, I love that, and it is just that getting started, isn't it? You know, just
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be perfect. I have the gifts of Erlen and dyslexia, so it's not easy for me to get everything out, and what I have in my head doesn't always come out the way that I want to on paper. Sometimes I use my dictaphone, but I just get started. You know, I might write a couple of, I might mind map, and I know that you cover mind maps. I love mind maps. I'm very visual. I'm the vision coach, so I like to put things into little boxes and then expand on them later. I don't have to throw everything out on the page all at once. You found that?
Absolutely. I think it's great to think about. Well, you talk about using a dictaphone as well. That,
Yeah.
as I say, I'm lucky. I find writing easy, but there are an awful lot of people who don't. So you've got to find some way to get over that. So something visual, something that's auditory, as well as the actual physical action of writing. There will come a time when you need to get your fingers on the keyboard, though. So it is about, you know, find whatever way leads you into that, the best way for you. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kate. So what we're going to do, because we have you know, this time, and I want to respect your time. What we're going to do is jump dive deeper into Kate's strategy for that you can take away to monetize your calling. I know that you've covered quite a bit about reaching that expert status and book writing. Would you expand on that a little bit, Kate?
Well, I think that we live obviously now in an information world. There's information everywhere, particularly all over the internet. So it's quite difficult sometimes if you're starting out as a helping professional, providing a service on a one-to-one basis, to get known in a wider way outside your own neighbourhood. So writing a book is a clear way to do that. It's said, you know, everybody says, oh, I'm going to write a book, I'm going to do it this year, I'm going to do it. But in fact, it's only about 20%, probably less than that, actually start writing, and probably a much smaller percentage actually finish the book and get it published. But it's a great way to draw attention to something you've got to say, to attract more clients to you. Clients will be able to pick up from the vibes they get from the book a bit more about you and a bit more about how you work and the way that you want to work, things that you think are important in life. So ultimately, it is about attracting people to you and attracting potential clients to you.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it means also, if you know, I work with trainers and speakers and people and coaches who work in the corporate world as well, and it's a great entry to new clients if you can go in and say, here is my book, and you know, I can do work around this issue with your staff. So it's a great way to get in, either as a solo entrepreneur to get known amongst clients, but to get known in the corporate world as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. And for those of you who don't know, I co-authored with 43 other amazing women in a #1 best-selling author, Empowered Women of Social Media. So we hit the #1 bestseller status on Amazon, and that's what Kate's sharing with you, the impact and the power. So Empowered Women of Social Media, just going through that process, helped me to see the power of social media and the connections that we make online, and hence the Social-Summit is born, right? So that's how powerful it can be, Kate. Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really powerful. So, Kate, before we kind of run out of time, what I want to do, and thank you for sharing that strategy, because, you know, I do believe in that strategy, and I do think that it does open doors, and not only opening doors, it allows you to really know what your life's purpose is and what you feel called to do. It allows you to get your gifts out there, get them out there to many people, and reaching many people without having to, you do the work once and then you put it out there, and other people can promote it for you, you can share it, and other people have your nuggets of wisdom to refer to when they feel called to. I mean, I have so many books around me. When you know you feel called, you go and you look at that page and you think, wow, you don't always necessarily read all of the book at once, but you've got it there to refer to, and you just take that those nuggets of wisdom. So when you write your book, then and you do become a bestseller, as Kate has that experience and she can share with you, and she'll share more in the green room, then doing that and learning the ins and outs to do that and give that gift to yourself and give that gift to the people that you're here to serve is very, very powerful. And so what I want to do is thank Kate officially for joining us. That I really appreciate you being in day one, and we've had such fun building up to the Social Summit. So I want you to know, just to share with you what my big vision and mission is, just speak to that for a moment. With the Social Summit, so my big vision and mission is to bridge the gap from training school to what I call vibrant practice building, for helping and healing professionals from service-based and spiritual business owners all around the world. And so that's what kept me going. And when you have got that vision and you start to put that out there, the momentum builds, and you don't know, I know that Kate shares this thought of you don't necessarily know the how, but you know that you feel called to, and that how the universe will show you those steps. So today is about reaching you and teaching you with one vision in mind, and that is empowering you and other helping professionals to ditch the fear and get paid what you are really worth. So I'm going to really encourage you to move forward, and if you've been asking the universe for help and divine guidance, it's brought you to the #1 Divine Intervention virtual event, D.I.V.E for short, for a reason. And I'd love for you to start fulfilling your life's purpose and getting paid in the process. And that's the reason why I've been interviewing my guests and brought them to you, so you can use their knowledge and skills and expertise to your advantage. You're shortcutting your learning curve. They're sharing their tools, their tips, their strategies, on their modality and their niche and their expertise and what they've done along the way, their failures and their successes. So for me, that's really powerful. And the story, somebody else's story, will be your story, and somebody else's story that we connect with and we think, you know what, I can do that too. And that's why we're here, and we've created this space. We've created the D.I.V.E Tenacity Tribe for those of you who want to take the 49 strategies that for monetizing your calling in these 20-minute Google Hangouts or so. I haven't even looked at the time, Kate. And love them and leave with them. That's absolutely fine. If you've ever heard of the 80-20 rule, and I have, so I know that 80% of our audience, and that's why I've created this event in 2 halves. 80% of you will take the strategies and run, but for the 20% of you, if you know you're in the 20% and you know that you are a visionary, you're a purpose-driven business owner, and you're in the top 20% and you want to be in the top 20%, getting your message out there, you've got a big vision and mission, we're here to help you and reach out to you. I am known as the big vision, I call myself the big vision and mission purposepreneur. I did for the Empowered Women of Social Media book, and it stuck with me because it really resonates with me. And I want to help the implementers and the action takers here, our audience, you today, to get in what I call the fearless receiving mode. I'm in that fearless receiving mode, and I can tell you it just feels amazing to know it's okay to have both. Not just fulfill your life's purpose and give everything away for free, or and remove the money blocks that we all have. And my guests will be sharing their experience of that, because that's one of the common threads I think that you'll notice throughout the Social Summit, and I've seen behind the scenes, so to speak. So I'm going to share this opportunity. I'm going to invite you to stick with me as I share this. And like I said, you can come and join us and dive deep. So below this Hangout, you'll see there's a link to a private mastermind community where it's called the D.I.V.E Interview Club, and I'm inviting you to, if you want to know more about fulfilling your life's purpose and getting paid in the process, that is the very topic that I'm interviewing not only Kate, and she'll be sharing live in her green room with you if you want to come and join us. All of my guests will be in their green rooms throughout the Social Summit, and all of my guests are sharing with you how they fulfill their life's purpose and get paid in the process. I mean, that is really powerful. I wish somebody had reached out to me when I came out of training school and gave me this opportunity. It really is. Oh, it's amazing. So they're taking their knowledge and their skills and their expertise, and we've packaged them up in a PDF and an actual teleseminar interview series in our private mastermind. So we are going to be gifting you the private mastermind area and this space to come in throughout the social summit. It will close after the social summit is over, just to let you know that. It is usually a $27 a month fee. We're going to waive that fee for you if you want to come in, and you come in now and throughout the social summit. Even if you don't come in today and you want to, and you're not here on Kate's featured day, then you can still get a recording of Kate's green room. So whatever day you come in on the social summit before it closes, you'll be able to get access to the green rooms and that private mastermind area with that fee waived. If you click on the link below that's come up, you can click on the next page and you'll see all of the bonus gifts that come with our interview series. We are packaging that up at a discounted price, 49 interviews. You'll see that on the page. And, you know, we invite you to come and join us. It's an early bird bonus. I've put a VIP day on there, and it's only for a limited number. It's called a Purpose to Profits VIP day, and that's how I built my Divine Tribe building business model. Kate will be there to answer more of your questions on you know, those 10 quick ways. If you get Kate's freebie and then you want to ask us some questions on that, then that's great. That's a really great space. And we'll announce the time within the D.I.V.E Tribe that Kate will be in the green room. And you know, just join us. And I'm not going to give you a big long sales pitch, and some people are turned off by that, but I really want to give you that offering. We've created this for a reason, with the top 20% or people that want to get into the top 20% in their industry. Be in service to the people that you are here to make your difference to, because that's what we're called to do, isn't it? So I thank you, Kate, for being here and you know, staying with me while I share that with our audience. Is there anything else that you'd like to add, Kate?
Just to say, well, to encourage people to take part in this community and the activities that are going on, because it is really an exciting initiative, Iona, that you've taken on board and you're running with. And so if people do want to get my free gift, then the link is underneath, I think, my face. So it's www.bookwritersacademy.com. And I'd be pleased to take any questions, you know, when I'm in the green room on that, or anything to do with writing and how that can help you to share your passion with the world.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Kate. I really appreciate that. So again, click on Kate's freebie for to get you quick started into writing. If that's, everybody says that you've got a book inside of you, right? I know that I have my book, and I will be going back to Kate. We've already discussed this to help me get my book out there, as well as co-authoring. I have the Prosperity Code that I will be bringing to you, so watch this space for that. I shall see you in the green room. That's it for day 1 of the Social Summit. Yay! So we will see you on day 2. We have another very special guest bringing you her strategy on monetizing your calling. I have a guest expert interview series, hangout with Kelly Jo Murphy. So I shall see you in day 2. Take care, guys.